So I wanted to ask you a little bit because I heard that you train or you do a heavy single to find your max every day with an event
No,
or
every week. Every week.
every week. Okay.
Every week. Normally, we try one big lift each week. Well, example, one week we try a max log, other week a max deadlift, max squat, max something,
Okay.
all the time. I practice max a lot of time because in strongman, you have to train also your nervous system.
Right.
You have to respond to the stimulus to the maximum lift. You
Okay.
see you guys really good in reps, but not good on the single lift. You have to practice also. It's like you ask to like a 100-meter sprinter to practice in, okay, you just run 400 meters, but you have to practice 100 meters, Sometimes in training you have max. You have to practice your max also. And it's why powerlifting is a very good base in strongman, because you have also to know what is your maximum. You have to, example, you lift 500 pounds, you have to, okay, I think I have 570 in the tank today. And
Okay.
more you try, more you know your body, and you can choose the good weight to lift, It's very important because sometimes the best power lifter is not the strongest. It's just the guy who find the good weight to put on the bar. Because
true.
You just put little more, you're fucked. You missed,
Yeah.
It's zero. Then you have to know yourself very good. It's why I do a lot of max lift, and normally my working set is always the set of 5. I do a lot of like cube method, like 5 set of 5 working set in squat, deadlift, and all the basic movement. Then it's the major part of my training. Is what I do also with Christian Thibodeau. This guy talked about this, and and I also do like squat and deadlift movement twice a week.
Right.
Like Christian talked in his article about me, because in strongman you need to have very strong legs. I think that the strongest part of a human is from the middle leg to the half body there. This part.
Yeah. I would agree.
Really strong in this part. It's why I do a lot of legs, and each event in strongman, at least the Hercules old, maybe no, use the legs. All events. Then you have to train a lot. Then sometimes I train, example, squat with like a partial deadlift or variation of deadlift, and I finish my leg training. And when I do deadlift, I will do again leg training in the week, and I train also the events in this week. It's very hard. Not so many guys can like take all this training. I think with my training partner, I think just Jimmy can do. It's not easy, because when you arrive to train your yoke, your farmers, your events, you're total broken already. But, example, now I prepare for World's Strongest Man, but when you slow down the volume and you take a week of rest before the contest, powers go up. And you can do many events. You're always fresh after. It's why I'm one of the best athletes for recover fast, I think.
Yeah. So did it take you a while to get your body to adapt to that? Because, like in my mind, that just seems like a ton of volume for the lower body specifically, but also for your CNS and everything as well. Does your body adapt to that type of training over time, or?
Yes, when I start to train, I remember I start to train with Yannick Normandin. Now he's referee in strongman, but he competed during many years, and this guy teach me how to train, and he's also like a physical educator, and a football coach. Then he trained me like harder how it's possible. I remember how it was hard when I started. I was total broken all week. It was really hard. he said to me, okay, you have to do this, this, but he don't do, he just train normally because it was too hard. But he see the potential I have. It's why
Yeah.
push me hard like this. And I like it. Then because I like the challenge. Okay, and I also discover when I start to train, when you think you're total empty, yeah, you have a little bit of gas again in the tank. You can put again and again, and the body will adapt to this kind of training. And I think it's also why I never get a lot injured in sport, because since 2004 to now, the weight increased slowly over the years. But now the guys start here in the top, very, very big. But my body adapt over the years to this higher weights. But now it's very, very hard, and the risk of injury is higher too. It's very hard, but the body can adapt about all situation. Then you have to put your butt off, when you train. You have maximum always. It's why not so many guys train with me. At the moment, I have few training partners to do the events, but okay, the gym is closed, but I always train almost all of them.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's one of the perks of owning your own gym too, is even if everything's closed, if you have the key, you can go in and train at least.
I train alone, but in the weekend I have a training facility with the events, and 2-3 guys come to train with me. That's it. But it's hard for them to follow.
Yeah.
It's not just because I'm stronger. It's not. We can put less weight, but the intensity is very hard to follow the rhythm. It's very hard. But if you want to compete at this level and you want to be on podium in each contest, you have to push yourself very hard. And now I'm 38. Then a lot of young guys coming, really, really angry, and they won the title. And I can't stay like same level. I have to work harder. Then I think I can continue 2 years again.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that also reminds me too, because so once a week you always train contest events, basically.
Yes.
And so I think in Christian's article he mentioned that you always do tire flips and one other, was it farmers handles?
Yeah, normally I train many events, but tire is one of the most important, in my opinion. I use for warm up and for conditioning, because all your muscle work. The tire flip is a good warm up event. Farmers also all your muscle work.
You hold the world record in the tire flip too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I also learned to train the tire all the time, because in the past, when I compete in Hugo Girard competition, we have tire flip for 100 feet, then it was 13 flips in each contest.
Oh man.
All the time tire flip. It's why. And I keep it in my training because it's really good for fitness. And I think it makes you stronger too. And farmer's walk is very important. Super yoke carry. And also, normally I put one technical event, like a throwing or finger or power step. Anyway, and I all the time finish with the stones. I never train the stones total fresh. I always do at the end of training where you're total broken, because anyway, in contest, it's at the end. That's true. Then we do stone almost in each training, and also for World's Strongest Man. If you at least listen this podcast, train your stones. It's all about stones each year. You have to fight the stones to go in final, and you have to do the stones again in final. It's why sometimes I see a prediction of the guy, maybe this guy will go in final. No chance. He's not a good footballer. You know,
It's not a good, that's a good point, though. That's a very good point. Stones is one of those things that I don't know. I've always found them to be fairly easy for me. The heaviest one I've ever had access to was a 385, but I got to the point where I could do reps with that fairly easily. But it's one of those things where I think I have, a 7'2" wingspan. I'm 6'5" or so. And so I have these freakishly long arms, and I think it actually helps with picking up the stone. But
of course, but it's not so important. I see many guys train with many stones. Normally, I train with 2 stones.
Yeah?
Before Bahrain, all the winter, I lift 1 stone. 300 pounds. That's it. No tacky in cold weather. It was outside, 300 pounds for reps. All the time.
Yeah.
In the training, maybe 20 times the stone. That's it. At the end, it was hard, because you do many reps. It was hard. And in Bahrain, I again finished the series of 10 stone.
Huh.
Wow. You don't need 20 stone to train your stone. You just must to lift many times and be agile with the stones. Don't use tacky in training, because sometimes if you lose the grip, you have a good grip power like this, and many guys have. If you arrive in very hot weather or something, or you don't have tacky on your sleeve, I don't put sleeve anyway.
Yeah.
And you see few guys can lift, but it never happened to me,
Yeah.
Because I train my power all the time. Then slip or no slip, I will lift. Doesn't matter. But it's important. Many guys all the time train with sleeve and many tacky, and the adherence is always good in training. But when you arrive in contest, if it's not same situation, total panicking. You understand?
Yeah.
That's not good. You almost, in each event, it must be harder in training.
Yeah.
Try to find the harder situation. It would be easier in contest.
That's a good point. I know, kind of the train in the worst scenario possible, so that no matter what, the contest is at least a step up from that. But that's interesting. I had a question. I can't remember what it was now. So you just use a 300-pound stone for reps, you said?
Yeah.
That's maybe I'll have to try that. Maybe I need to go out and get a 300-pound stone and just start repping it out for 30 reps.
But it's work for me. I take 3 partner, and 3 partner give me back the stones, and I give.
Yeah.
But the partner can change, and after that there was total exhaust. Me also, but it was a really good training. Almost to maximum effort.
Yeah. So how long does a typical training session last for you then? A couple hours.
For Bahrain, normally the training takes 2 hours. But it was very, very fast training, because we train in cold, like -10, -15. You start, you warm up, and you never stop, because you start sweating, and we train in t-shirt. But we never stop. Yeah. We start with a warm-up. Example, what I do during many weeks before the last contest, we start with safety ball squat, 5 sets of 10 reps. After that, you're total wet. You're warming up very good. And okay, we start yoke. Example, we are 3 guys. Okay, I go, you go, they go. Put plate, continue. And we roll like that until the end. Take 2 hours. We make 5 or 6 events. And it's very intense. And it was really good for me, because in Bahrain, you see, it was live on TV. Then 5 minutes between the events. But for me, it's normal situation. But I see many guys panicking. Whoa, it's too fast. But ESPN is waiting now. Let's go. You have to go. You're not ready. Move faster. And many guys crying. The Iranian guy was never ready, and everybody's like crazy, but I just sit there relaxing and waiting for my turn. It's longer than my training take.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's a great that's great because I know watching it live, it was really fun to watch it live, but you could definitely see that. You could definitely get well, and I think with all the mess up that they had with the deadlift at the beginning, I think it kind of made it very obvious early on that they were moving quickly through everything, and then there's also the language barrier with a lot of stuff as well.
Yeah.
But then it was interesting just watching everything because it's nonstop, and while they're doing one event, they're setting up the next one, and it was really cool to watch it that way. But I know because there were a lot of people that were saying, why can't World's Strongest Man be run like this or whatever else, and it's no chance. Yeah. And it's one of those things where it's like, well, it'd be cool if World's Strongest Man could do something like this, but I just don't really see it.
By far, I prefer a quick show. 5 events in a row, and we do. It's what I prefer. But I learned 12 years in the past, World's Strongest Man is totally different than all other competition because it's broadcast for TV. But everybody prefer a quick setup like World's made Strongman. Okay, it was the first time Strongman was live on TV. They make some little mistake. It will adjust for the next one. We have to start somewhere. They have the guts to try. It was really, really good for the athletes, and I think it will be just better in the future. I was really happy about this competition, and I think all athletes was happy also. Just the fact to compete in the situation we have now on the planet is very good for all the top athletes. Yeah. We put a good show. Everybody watch and like the show also. Then okay, we'll see what will happen in September in Las Vegas now.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. And it's been fun because I feel like now there's kind of becoming four big shows every year because you have World's Strongest Man and then the Arnold in Columbus, Ohio. And now World Ultimate Strongman is getting their thing going and the Shaw Classic is getting their thing going. Right. And so it's kind of cool because you could almost have it set up where once every quarter you could have a big show. So once every 3 months you could have a massive show. And they're all run differently. They all have their the Arnold is just a very heavy show. World's Strongest Man is more of a mobile show, and so it's just kind of cool seeing how they're all run differently, but they're all strongman. It's just kind of cool.
Also, last year, a few guys say it's too light in World's Strongest Man, but what was too light? Yoke was 1,000 pounds. But now the guy run with that.
Yeah.
It's just because the guy are so good now and fast. It's not because it's not light. It's enough heavy. At least one athlete was injured on that event.
Yeah. I know.
It's not because it's too light. And it's easy to say when you watch, but okay, trust me, it was not too light. We have also maximum lift. Lift. The last stone was 465 pounds. Just 3 guys finish. My opinion is not too light, but in strongman, of course, it's not a powerlifting meet. You have to move. You have to test also all aptitude of each athlete. It's why World's Strongest Man events change all the time. Okay, sometimes the event fit better for one type of guy. It will depend, but it's fun to see new things. And I hope also World's Strongest Man bring new stuff again this year because it must be never the same show. Okay, it's almost the same guy, but you have to change the event and test new things. It's why also I'm really happy about World Ultimate Strongman. They bring a new event in competition and nobody tried before. We just improvisation. You have to try and let's go, you lift. That's it.
It was fun. Yeah, it was fun with World Ultimate Strongman with the flag hoist. Seeing everybody's different technique because you had some of the guys would stand there and they're just like almost doing a rope climb. And then you had Alexi who was like leaping as high as he could to grab it and jerking it down that way. And so it was cool just seeing everybody trying to figure out what is the best method to finish this event. And I hope that they keep doing that. I hope they keep bringing in maybe not all 5 events be brand new, but at least one event just be something different, because I think it helps level the playing field a little bit, but it's also a blast for the fans to think about what is it? What's it going to be?
Yes, it's true. And in my opinion, it's also a good attitude to an athlete to adapt to a new event.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, in my opinion, and I always like that. I don't know how many events I try in my career, but more than 50 for sure, different even. We do many crazy stuff sometimes in Champions League. I remember a few shows in China. We try total crazy events, but at the end, it was good experience. Then you have to try new stuff in Strongman to keep the level higher, and the fan also appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the beauties of Strongman is that, even with the deadlift, like, the thing that you're most known for, most likely, there's 12 different variations of a deadlift, because there's the car, there's the keg, there's the Hummer tire, there's the regular, there's the elephant.
There are many. But my favorite for me is the car with side handle. Nobody beat me in this, never in all my career. I have a max lift I did in 2015. I am much stronger now, But in that time, we take a scale and we take the weight at the handles. It was like a Cherokee Jeep with at the end, because I start with empty Jeep, and put people inside. At the end, we have 11 people in the Jeep, and I lift on the handle 1,350. And it was not my maximum. I can lift more, I think. But from that position, I'm really, really strong. Much stronger than the Hummer tire deadlift.
Man.
I think in Canada, I did one time in international show. It was in Strongman Champions League 2011 in Canada. Okay. All the big guys was there. Zidronas was there, Thor, Katona, Travis Altmaier, Laurent Chalet, many guys. And I think the best result was 11 or 10 from Travis Altmaier. I think Zidronas made 9 or 10. I made 13, but
15?
13.
Oh, 13?
Yes, but 13 in a row, like in 25 seconds, like nothing. I can do 20. The people, what the fuck is that? But it's my best position, like a Trapbar Deadlift. I don't know how I can pull. No idea.
Wow. I was going to say, because I know Gabriel Pina, I'm not sure how you say his last name. He put up that video of him doing the Trapbar Deadlift a little bit ago with...
Yes, big weight. It was 12.
It was 5'10", 5'12" kilos, something like that. Have you ever tried to do that? Just max out a trap bar, or can you find
I have a video, I think, in my Instagram. We put all plate in the gym, like with the 100 pounds plate and the rope 25 kilo, and it was 12:10, I think. And I look like nothing.
Yeah?
Yeah. If you want to put a record of that, I will go with no doubt.
There you go. Well, maybe we need to talk to World's Strongest Man and see if they'll put a trap bar last man standing event in there sometime.
But it was funny because, that type of deadlift with a car rack, we do a lot of time, me and Jimmy Paquette, like in demonstration. And all the time we do this. We take SUV and we put children or people in the car, and I make example 7 or 8 lift. At the end, it was total full all the time.
Oh man,
it's not hard for me, and I can lift like sometimes we take a truck like a half-ton truck. It's minimum 500 kilo on the handle when you start. And I start the demonstration total cold, no warm up. I just take it and lift and start like that.
Do you use straps for that, or do you just use?
Yes, of course. Yes, okay. You have to wear straps. When you put like over 500 kilo, it's not possible to lift without strap for put big weight. And sometimes when I lift 1350, I ask someone to tie the straps more because I feel you start to maybe lose the grip because it was too heavy. It was crazy.
Oh,
I can lift again.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome.
The competition is the contest now.
Yeah. I got some of the because I had some like cheap $20 straps that I was using for a while, and they're so thin they always cut right into your wrist. And I finally went out and bought some of the nicer Cerberus straps and some of the some of the real fabric ones or whatever. And then I ended up getting some of the Pioneer heavy duty ones. They're like twice as thick.
But you know what? I use the same strap since 2008.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's my plan to use these straps forever.
In 2008, in my first World's Strongest Man, Randall Strawson from Ironman gave me a pair of straps. He said it's a lifetime strap. And I still use this strap. You can watch my Armor Tire deadlift. I use those straps. 2008 on mine. Yeah.
Wow.
It's real lifetime strap. Those straps are more weight than all over pair of straps in the world. You can trust me.
All right. Well, there you go. I'll have to get myself some Ironman straps then.
Yeah.
These ones with Pioneer, like they're awesome. They're comfortable, but they're the HD, so they're really thick and everything. And I was like, oh, these ones you can actually like load up and they feel comfortable on your hands and wrists. I think the ones I had before were the Harbinger or something like that.
Oh yes, it's bodybuilding straps.
Oh, no.
The problem is not the comfort of the straps. It's more those straps will broke if you put big weight because it's made in cotton. I think it's not enough solid. But the strap we use, like the Ironman one or Cerberus or any kind like Evolution Athletic straps, is same material than the Ironman. It's unbreakable. It's totally unbreakable. Your arms will pull off your body before the strap broke.
Well, I hope not to get to that point either. Maybe Mark Felix might try that with the Hercules hold if he keeps going up.